Good morning. Welcome to SAP HXM Mornings. Our topic today is RISE. RISE with SAP for HXM. It's a topic that a lot of people have been trying to grasp and failed. RISE with SAP is basically an initiative to encourage organizations to move to the cloud. And sometimes, if you ask SAP, what is it? The answer has been it's business transformation as a service. If I give this answer to my customers here in Germany, they say, okay, SAP probably has to sell this stuff in America too, so they may need some empty slogans, but what is it? And is there anything tangible? And indeed, there is. It's not just an initiative, a philosophy, or religion, or whatever. And there is something behind it, and that's mainly on the contractual side. So it's not necessarily new coding and new product, but there's contracts and licensing models that make it easier for customers to actually make that move to the cloud. And at the whole center of RISE with SAP, we have the S4 HANA solution. So we are talking about finance, logistics, and so on, not at this point HXM, but it's S4 HANA in the cloud. And that could be public or private cloud. Well, it's one contract with SAP that's not only just the S4HANA solution, but it also throws in the data centers where the cloud solution would live. And that could be an SAP data center, but you could also choose to use hyperscalers like Amazon Web Services or Azure and so on, and still within the one contract with SAP, who are eventually responsible for the operations and to answer to the SLAs and so on. There are more things thrown in. There are business technology platform credits to use. There's a tool for code review to make it easier to migrate from your on-premise ERP solution to the cloud, and so on. I'm not an S4HANA expert. I'm not going into any further details, but it is important for you to understand that whatever we say about the HXM part now is going to be in that context the RISE with SAP contract with S4HANA. So what does it mean now, RISE with SAP for HXM? If this is an initiative to make it easier to move to the cloud, in HXM, we already have our HXM Move initiative, right? So why do we need another solution now? Well, it's argued that HXM Move can also be seen under this whole RISE with SAP initiative. But as in the S4HANA case, on the HXM side, you can also have advantages by going for a special contract where you get special packages. So in that contract, you can have packages that come with a bit of a discount, as packages do. And SAP is suggesting three particular packages. One is really focused on structure and data, and there's obviously Employee Central playing a very big role here. Then there's another package that is focusing on reskilling and innovation. So the learning module has a big role to play in that. Another one is focusing on seamless operations, and their payroll and time tracking come in. But the whole idea is that these initiatives actually support your organization in the whole digital transformation process with S4HANA as its core. So eventually, what you do here in your HXM is supporting your organization to make this really big transition into the cloud. Not just on the technical side, but on the technical side, they all have suggested the Qualtrics experience management for IT solution, which would particularly help you to manage that big technical project. But also the actual business transformation. But the good news is those packages are also flexible. So you could discuss with your partner that maybe some of those things you already have them or you don't need them, and you can swap them around and still have a package with some kind of discount to make it more attractive. But the important part is here to understand and to take away from today that anything that you have in there, any possible advantage you get from those packages, you only get if you look at it cross silo. It's a cross silo initiatives. So you might need to talk to your CFO, to your CIO, to your COO to see this all in together as a corporate initiative, which makes a lot of sense from a change point of view, but also from a contractual point of view. You need this RISE with SAP's contract with S4HANA at the center. You get this benefit on those packages. And if we go beyond the actual cloud solution subscription and the infrastructure, if you look at the implementation, the change element, adoption, future support, this is where the partner comes in. So you have this one contract with SAP, but to actually make it fly, you still need your partner. And that, of course, would have to be a partner who can cover S4 as well as the HXM elements. So, like our colleagues at Orbis, we can work together on that because we have all the expertise and partnerships on board to go beyond HXM. So, hopefully, that gives you the general idea what it is and what it isn't. And those three packages, I think there's a lot in them, why they support your digital transformation. And that's why I think they deserve their own videos, probably each of them. So hopefully we'll see each other again in the next weeks and discuss structure and data, skills and innovation, and seamless operations, how the SAP HXM portfolio with SuccessFactors at its core can help you to drive your overall digital transformation with S4HANA at its core. Thank you very much for listening. Please, as always, use the comments to discuss, to ask questions, to challenge what I've said. I'm looking forward to this interaction. Goodbye.